All right, back out here. It's been a long time since I did a video. It's actually been a long time since I took care of these bees. So this is kind of the video of a neglectful beekeeper. Let's see, it's mid-April-ish. I haven't been in the hives since last fall. Usually during the dearth period, I kind of leave them alone because there's a lot of robbing and everything. And I learned that last fall, even feeding my bees, that there was a lot of robbing. I think I went from like 14 hives to about 6 that overwintered. But I did not treat last year at all, like nothing for varroa mites. So we'll see how that turned out. We'll look for like deformed wing and some of the other kind of indicators that might have a mite problem. So here we go, let's check on them. First one's this little top bar nuke. I made these last year and did a few splits, so we're gonna see how they're doing. Again, start at the back. Go really slow because pretty active colony it looks like. We don't want these bees coming out angry like that. All right, so here's the first one. They got a little bit frisky, so I'm gloving up, even though I hate doing that. See that beautiful white comb? All that's new. That's why I don't like wearing gloves. So I'm just gonna set this off to the side. I'll show you why you don't want to neglect top bars. One, as you can see, there's some brood in that one, and some nectar that they're making. Got some drones. Also, since I saw some brood, I'm keeping an eye out for the queen. And here lies one of the issues, besides just the general neglect of not checking on these top bars. Last year, did what I'm pretty sure I mentioned not to do in some of the other videos. And I left this feeder jar in empty all winter, since the fall. Try to get those off of it. So essentially, if you can see it, what they do is well, this is upside down. They'll build all the way around that because that's the empty hole. So we're gonna get rid of that. I'm not super concerned with cross combing in these hives because it's pretty easy to fix. It might not be aesthetically pleasing to people, so they might not necessarily like it, but I just start pushing it all to the back. There we go, we're getting some straighter stuff. Ooh, got a good queen cell on this, couple good queen cells on this side. You guys got to see them first. See, they look like peanuts. Got them trying to cap another one. Ooh, got that on the bottom. Good. Got a good queen cell over here. Do hive number 2. Very overpacked hive. All right, so what I'm gonna do is, as I do this, I might just put some straight into this other dead out last year. I'm not much of a smoke user, and I tried to find my smoker earlier, and it was nowhere to be found. So I'm stuck just working slow and hoping these girls are forgiving. these gloves. Also not much of a glove wearer. And these gloves have, my right side has a hole in the palm. So again, another reason to work very slow. Right? Same thing. All right, I'm looking for queen cells. Looking for queen. I'm looking for eggs. These times, I get very tired of making stupid mistakes. This hive is a lot more calmer than that top bar that I have. A lot more bees. Lots of drones for sure. See all those drones? They're really dark too. Nope. Got the queen here. So she's doing good. Again, no queen cells. So I'm just gonna drop her in the old one. So we know where the queen's at. That's a good thing. All right, so if you can see what's going on here. Having a swarm as we speak. Not sure if they're collecting up there or if they're coming down from up there. They've just been quiet. This is a hive that already had bees in it. So I'm not sure if that was a pre-swarm or if they're swarming or what exactly is going on. See that there are a lot of bees going in. It's not an orientation flight because there's a whole different vibe to it. It's a lot more busy and active, and it's definitely a lot bigger. So I think they're right now in the process of swarming. So there's nothing like a video about a neglectful beekeeper more than a swarm. So if you see, the differences in an orientation flight and a swarm is they won't come this far and just a normal orientation flight. So if you can see, that's the hive back there that's in the process of it. Orientation flight, they might be 20 feet and up in the air. I mean, you have them all the way out here, just making a huge buzz. Yeah, that's much different. It would be nice if they would collect low, if that's what they're doing. But that is hardly ever the case for me. So in the meantime, I'm gonna go back into this very feisty hive because I had so many queen cells. I'm going to take advantage of those queen cells. And they're not gonna be happy once again. I'm gonna take a chance. These are drones, so I'm not too concerned with them. I'm gonna cut straight here. Oops. Just royal jelly and goo. Cut down here. So I have a corner to grab. Still not enough. That's the queen cell I want. Okay. And again, this is very fragile. This other stuff I'm okay with losing. So, have a little spot down here. I'm gonna open this up. Put this right down in here. There we go. Seal it up just a little bit to hold that wax in. All right. Take. Know there's that gap, but we're okay with that. Put some of these empty guys back in each side. Have a stinger. All right, so I ran out of time the other day on my lunch break, so I didn't have a chance to finish everything. Essentially what we did is we did a split on the far side. I had originally did a split over there. This was over there, but ended up one of my 3 top bars in the back were empty. So I just moved this split into there. And I also added some bees and a frame of honey from another one of the top bar hives over there, just to give them a strong start. So we'll keep going. We'll see what we have in the last 3 hives I didn't get a chance to do. All right, after the other day, with the bees being aggressive and it's a little overcast and windy today, I did light my smoker. I'm gonna try and attempt not to use it. We'll see. All right, so I had a little bit of a jerking motion there. See all those drones in there. Look at that. Drones, 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 freeloading off the hive. See, that's that cross combing. Not a big deal. As we checkerboard, we're just gonna shove this further and further back, and this is what we'll try to get them to fill with honey, and we'll harvest that. Will be a little bit heavy. Got a good population in here. Still lots of drones, but they are filling some up with nectar. So this hive is maybe single-handedly holding up the drone population in the area. Just kidding. They are definitely supporting them though. This is a much gentler hive. Maybe made that word up from yesterday. Look at that. This is drones galore. Tell that dark stuff's nectar. How dark this comb is, you can tell that's definitely comb that had cocoons in it last year. Like I said, how we manage these hives, how I manage the hives, is I just keep pushing this further and further back, and this is what we'll actually harvest the honey out of. It's not good for cut comb honey, but it's good to get that old stuff out of there. When you buy Langstroth nuke, a lot of times you get people's old nasty dark comb honey. I would just prefer to harvest it. And then, you know, you can still melt it down and render it for, you know, a little bit darker color of wax, but it turns out pretty. This has some weight to it. You see, either already have some capped honey on top, and still lots and lots of drones. I joke about supporting the drone population, maybe not so much of a joke. Look at this wild comb. Yeah, still good. It's a top bar, so we just chop all that out. Not a big deal. Good thing, even though it's a little wild, it still didn't go wonky and go to the next combs. So again, drones, I've been told a lot of times I don't give definitions. Drones are these guys with the big eyes. Those are the males. The workers, if you compare this one next to the drone, you'll see how much bigger the drones are. Drones are the males. Their only job is to mate virgin queens in the area, while all the workers are females. A lot of this is repetitive from my past videos, but I've had new beekeepers I see give me some feedback lately. So I just kind of want to make sure that I give a good description for them too. All right. So again, a lot of times the sunlight might not pick it up. This white stuff in the middle, that is larva. A lot of times the white, you'll see a little C shape, that's a larva with, you know, shiny stuff is royal jelly in there. Again, you have the drones next to the workers. And here you have some capped worker brood. See how it doesn't protrude? And here you have the drone brood, because it does protrude. So if you looked at it from the side, you'll be able to tell the difference. So in there, good amount of capped brood. Another side, good amount of capped brood. That's a good sign that the queen is pretty good. Oh, there's a queen. She is fat, so she's definitely not new. Makes me really curious about that queen cell that's in the back. So I'm just gonna leave this one alone. And be careful not to squish her. Put her back. So they are good at running away from you once you lose eye contact. There she is. All right, just wanting to make sure where she's at. Oops. So I'd be very careful and not damage her. All right, so that's it for the video. I was able to check on all the hives I have now, except for 2, and I'm just trying to kind of leave them. This year I'm really doing, trying to focus less on the splitting and just more kind of getting back to the central enjoyment of beekeeping. Last year was fun, and when I started this channel, it was really kind of motivation to, you know, expand, and I did, and it was successful. Towards the fall though, I just kind of lost a little bit of interest, not so much in bees, but just kind of the whole farming thing in general, or backyard homesteading. I still enjoy everything, just on a smaller scale. Beekeeping is something I love, and it's just really interesting to see the hives grow, and it is just peaceful to get in there, you know, and look at what's going on. But you get too many hives and it just definitely turns into work and turns into an obligation. We've also been traveling a lot this year and had, you know, visiting family, and I'm prioritizing that above beekeeping or raising chickens or ducks or, you know, things like that. So that's another reason I'm kind of scaling back a little bit. I do hope to get some honey this year. I'm really wanting to sell it, and just you know, not so much for the alpacas. That was the original intent for when I started this channel, was to put alpacas in this about 3/4 of an acre field and kind of have a couple alpacas, because it's, I don't know, one of those things I've dreamed about for a long time. But in the end, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of obligation. Like, we just took a 3-week trip across country, and it was nice, you know, just to kind of get out. I didn't even worry about how the bees would be when I got back. Part of the reason I didn't want to check on the bees before I left. So there's, my brother was down for about a week before that, and then we were gone for 3 weeks, so about a month of, you know, that prime time beekeeping, you know, March to April time frame in North Florida. And just let it go. You know, things will happen, and I'll have bees, and if not, I can find a swarm next year. But like I said, just kind of focusing on what's more important. I really appreciate all of you subscribing and liking these videos. It does mean a lot, and I've said that before, but it does. It kind of gives me, purpose and value in what I'm doing. So I enjoy answering questions. If you guys have questions like that, let me know. If there's anything you want to see, I know most of my higher viewed videos are top bar related. So not sure if I've kind of pigeonholed myself in that market, which is fine because I just want things to be useful for you. And but if there's things you want to see, like I've thought about doing alternative top bar building, kind of recycled materials and things like that, that might be interesting to see and do, because I like building things with my hands. Again, that's kind of all I have. Just kind of letting you guys know where I'm at on this stuff. I would also like to do a video on some of the definitions, because I do completely use a lot of definitions without defining them, and I need to get better with that for sure. Especially, I'm lucky to have a lot of new beekeepers watching the channel. So really appreciate everything. Let me know any thoughts y'all have in the comments about anything. Love y'all, and see y'all next video.